Now I'm going to do your tea.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good to be here as always. What is it today? It is Wednesday, 7th of May. Hope everyone's having a great day, middle of the week. Jane and I were at the gym today. So, yeah, happy hump day, as she's just said. Okay, let's just bring up to date with on passive ecosystem. Nothing new there. As always, just keep an eye out for any updates. And obviously, through myself, Chris, Marty, and others, if we hear anything from our CEO, we'll certainly update you as soon as we know it. That's for sure. As has been said, I know our CEO is keen to do an Indian webinar with our Indian brothers and sisters in Hindi. So look out for when that might happen. I know that he's trying to get the right people to do that. So keep an eye out for that. And always, as I said, it's my gut feeling that there won't be any international webinar this week. Okay, so if you are thinking there will be one this week, I kind of think there won't be. Might be wrong, but that's kind of my feeling because we had one on Saturday. Okay, before we start, great to see our brother Marty DeGarmo back with us. Looked tired, didn't he, really? And that, I think, is understandable for his circumstances. I think we need to give him a really big, wide, not a wide berth, that's not what I want to say, but I think we need to allow him the time that he needs to recuperate and get better for sure. If we don't see him every day on a live, look, let's not worry about it. If he's too tired, then he is recuperating, and that's the main thing for him. But great to see him back anyway, that's for sure. Also, next couple of days for me on my live might be different times, might be on my mobile. Tomorrow we set off down to Salisbury in the camper van. So it might be a different time for my live and on Friday as well. We'll have to see how it goes. Planning on taking a lot of pictures and maybe doing an ad hoc live at some point on Saturday during the walk. We'll have to see on that as well, but to keep you up to date with how we progress on our 26 miles across Salisbury Plains and all of those. Anyway, topic for today was attachment, and the reason I've brought this up is because of what our CEO said on Saturday, and that was a lot of people are attached to the name on passive and the branding and the products that are within the on passive. He said, but we are moving to something different. This is not going to be on passive. That is not going to be on passive. And that got me thinking a little bit about attachment and how people do get very attached to something to the extent of it being their comfort blanket, if that makes sense. People like to have things that they feel comfort them, and that is the attachment that they have. But what I didn't realize after doing a bit of research is there's four main types of attachment or styles. And they are patterns of behavior and emotion in relationships shaped by either early childhood experiences or through adult experience as well. But they are secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. These are all attachment styles. Really did get me thinking little bit, to be honest, about it. So a secure attachment is an individuals with a secure attachment style are comfortable with intimacy and independence, trust their partners, and feel confident in relationships. An anxious attachment are people with an anxious attachment style, craved intimacy but fear abandonment, often seeking reassurance and validation. Avoidant attachments are individuals who value independence and may be uncomfortable with intimacy, often distancing themselves from partners. And a disorganized attachment, this style is characterized by a lack of consistent attachment patterns, often exhibiting both anxious and avoidant behaviors. He said that these styles often are rooted from childhood experiences, particularly the consistent and reliability of caregivers. Secure attachments development when child can easily depend on people to meet their needs. And obviously insecure ones are completely the opposite from that. This leads me on to why people, in my opinion, are attached to on passive. Maybe fear and that anxiety of moving away from their secure environment scares them. Maybe that is their attachment that they have with on passive because of the unknown of what we are going to. Understandable. You know, people like to feel secure. They like to feel that they are in a good place. And a lot of people have built up that relationship with on passive to have exactly that. We've been on this journey for an awful long time and talked an awful lot about on passive and what it potentially can give an awful lot of people. So that attachment is there. But a lot of what we are doing at the moment, including our CEO and many other people, when we're doing our lives and webinars, etc., is to lay the groundwork for us to detach ourselves from on passive. Why do we need to do this? Well, quite frankly, we have to do it because nothing of on passive is coming across to the new phase. No coding, no products, no system as we know it is going to be there in the new phase. This is why we need to start learning that what we are going to is going to be better than what we've had, is going to be completely different from what we've had, and is going to be much more usable than what we had as well. So that attachment that many people have got with the on passive ecosystem, the products and the services, the name itself really does need to be detached now, and we need to move forward. If you are one of the people that is determined to keep that attachment with on passive, unfortunately, you will get left behind. Why? Because the core of what we were, which is all of us at the end of the day, we're all moving. Well, I sincerely hope that majority of us are all moving. And it's going to be a bit echoey in there because you're going to be there on your own. Does it mean that the on passive shell is not going to be there anymore? No, it doesn't. It means that the on passive shell, all of the bits inside it, is all still going to be there, but none of it's working. Yes, we can access our accounts. Yes, we can look at our wallets. Yes, we can see pop-ups, etc. All that is still going to be there. But as far as the business is concerned of the new phase, that is going to be somewhere completely different. None of us know what it's going to entail. None of us know what it's going to be. But we know that we are going to have to do something to do the next phase. And whatever that's going to be, we will be told in due course when we get the first step. Remember, we haven't even started first step. This is all preparation, getting us ready, helping us all to detach from old on passive and move to the next phase. Please notice as well that I'm not saying the new on passive. Notice that we are talking about the new phase. Notice we are talking about the new business. We are not using any of the old terminologies of on passive moving forward to the next phase. Why? Number one, we haven't been told anything of what it's going to be. And number two, we have definitely been told from our CEO that nothing except for him and his name are moving into the next phase, including coding, including products, including services. So it makes sense for us to make this detachment from the old model so that we are mentally more in tune with what is going to happen, rather than keeping hold of something that is not going to be regenerated. Let us let go of the old and embrace the new. That's hard for a lot of people. I understand that. But if you want to move forward, if you want to be successful in this next phase, that really is going to have to happen for you to be able to move forward into what is going to happen. Because you cannot have your foot in two doors. You're either in this one or you're staying in the old one, but you can't have a bit of both. So we do need to sort of understand that the attachment that so many have got with on passive, with its logo, with its name, with the products, with the services, and all the other bits and pieces that were within it, it's time to detach ourselves from what is going on there and move ourselves steadily, not tomorrow, not the day after, but when we are told, into what we have to do for the next phase. It's also important to realize and understand that our CEO has been very careful in what he's saying to make sure that majority of the people understand what is going on. This is one of the reasons why he wants to do the Indian webinar, is to tell our Indian brothers and sisters in their own language through an interpreter exactly what is going on. So there is no confusion. So there is no third party putting their spin on it that is not true. Myself and Marty and Chris and OTEC Pros and many others as well, we all try our very, very hardest to interpret what our CEO has said and to relay that back to all of you guys exactly how it is. If we don't know, we say we don't know. If there is our opinion, we say it's our opinion. And so it is really important that we start to move along into this next phase under the direction of our CEO, so that we are prepared to do what we need to do when the time comes. Is there going to be a lot of bits and pieces in between it? Yeah, there is. Is there going to be stuff that we're going to see and all the rest of it that we're not quite sure of? Yes, probably. But one thing's for sure is, if we're in the right place with the right mindset to move forward, to get excited about it, then we should start moving forward into this next phase. I'm still seeing many posts from many founders using the word on passive, using our products and services, and talking about our ecosystem and all the rest of it. Why? Why are you still doing this? We've been told that on passive is not going to be a 2.0, the next phase. It's not going to have any of that involved in the next phase. So why are we still talking about something that is not going to be there moving forward? It makes no sense. And before anyone says anything, they're going to say, Red, you've still got on passive on your name on your YouTube. Yes, I have. And it's still going to stay there until I know if and what the next name is going to be. There's no point for me to change anything when I don't need to. But I'm certainly not talking about that in the next era of what is going on. Like I said, attachment is because people are used to something and scared of what is happening. We should never be scared of what we are moving to, especially when we've been given the assurance from our CEO that everything is going to be better than it was before. That comes down to one thing, really, and we've mentioned it many, many times: choice. Nobody's making anybody come with us. Nobody's telling people, if you don't come with us, you're not going to get this. Nobody is saying you're going to lose everything that you've had before if you don't come with us. No, far from it. Our CEO has actually said he wants to zero the old on passive at some point during the future. He's told us what's happened with the money. He's told us that he's going to do everything within his power to recover it so that those who are owed commissions will get paid. But he's also told us that where we're going is better. And that is what we need to really hold on to, is that ability to know that we are going to be moving to something a lot better. So let us all detach ourselves from on passive and get ready to attach ourselves to the next phase. That's it from me for today, guys. Short and sweet. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are, and I will see you all tomorrow at some point. Okay, I'm going to try to go for the same time, but it might be later, depending on how long it takes to get set up and stuff in the van and get to Salisbury, etc. Okay, anyway, that's it from me. See you all tomorrow, and if I hear anything, obviously I'll be back round to give you an update. That's it from me. Bye for now.